Hi, my name's Jonah. I'm the Fashion Features and News Editor at Vogue Australia, and this is my Runway Rewind. I'm going to be talking about a collection that lives rent-free in my head for a lot of reasons, and I think it lives rent-free in a lot of people's heads, which is Chanel Autumn/Winter 2014. It was presented at the Grand Palais, which is where Karl Lagerfeld would do all of his presentations pretty much, unless it was a cruise collection. What Karl did for this collection was turned the Grand Palais into a supermarket. It was one of the first collections that I think really just did numbers on social media and was everywhere. And I remember seeing the pictures of Rihanna being there and riding in the shopping trolley with Cara Delevingne and Joan Smalls. When you go to a supermarket, you see people from all walks of life. You see people, businesswomen and young kids and teenagers and uni students and maybe older women. Obviously the clothes just look so remarkable and like incredibly made, and it's that spin on the everyday. I mean, the puffer jacket that Kirsten Owen wore is a big favorite of mine. She was wearing stockings and sneakers and then this big puffer jacket, but obviously it was in Chanel tweed. The bags are a massive highlight from this collection because you have these Chanel classic flap handbags that it basically inside like a piece of plastic. Then we have this very expensive looking wealthy woman in a classic pink Chanel tweed, which is very 80s to me. And she's got her man with her, her assistant, her bodyguard maybe, who is carrying all her shopping bags, which is just the most fabulous thing ever. It really signaled the start of fashion as spectacle in the social media age. I think nowadays you see a lot of brands trying to create, lasting attention with their fashion shows online. People's attention spans are shrinking and they're having to kind of, pull out all the tricks and all the stops to make sure that people stop and pay attention to their shows. I think when we think back on Karl Lagerfeld and his legacy, it's definitely that sense of playfulness and lack of fear. I think he was fearless in so many ways. He just did exactly what he wanted to do in terms of design. And he wasn't afraid to have a bit of a laugh in his work, like these shows didn't take themselves too seriously, but it was serious fashion at the same time. So I think this show is a standout from the 2010s for sure. You could always count on Karl Lagerfeld for presenting something that any other designer, if they presented it, would be classified as, being like kitsch. But Karl Lagerfeld had these really extravagant and whimsical ideas that sort of merged high fashion and the everyday and was able to seamlessly blend them into this world that was so unmissably iconic.